Why, hello there, everyone. My name is Niels Bohr, and I'm here to teach you a little bit about what I know about the atom. I'm going to have to use this little instrument here, which we will call a spectroscope. I know, it looks a little bit like a telescope, but it's not the same thing as a telescope. A spectroscope will allow me to see different colors of light. Come along on this journey with me. One day when I was playing with my little spectroscope, I decided to look at the sunlight. Oh my, that's interesting. This is what I saw when I looked at the sunlight. This is called a continuous spectrum because it shows all of the colors of the rainbow. You know, one interesting thing about light is that the different colors here have different energies. Blue light, for example, has a higher energy than red light. That's going to be important pretty soon. After I looked at the sunlight, I decided to go into my lab and to look at some other light. This here, right here, is a hydrogen emission tube. So I've got it plugged into its machine and it's glowing. Let's take a look. Whoa! That's different. Come on, I want to show you what I see. Oh, Mr. Bohr, can I look? Can I look? Why, yes, little girl, come on and take a look. Wow! Tell me about it. Explain this, please. This is what we saw. We saw a line spectrum. It's called a line spectrum because it only has little lines of light. It doesn't have the whole rainbow. So I sat down for a while. I thought, why are they different? What's going on? There must be a way to explain this. And I thought, then I went for a walk to clear my head, and I thought, then I had to take a nap because thinking is really hard work. And I just kept thinking about it. I wasn't going to give up. So the next day, I was snacking on an apple, a mighty tasty apple too, and I was thinking about this emission spectrum from hydrogen. And I thought, maybe it's a clue to tell me something about what the inside of the atom is like. Maybe this is somehow connected to the atom and what's going on inside of an atom. That's a really neat idea, Mr. Bohr. Tell me more. So here's what I figured out. We somehow are putting energy into that atom. And we're sending energy actually into all the atoms, I should say. And it must be making something happen inside of the atom that then causes the atom to give off light. So here we have an atom, and we've got the nucleus here in the middle, and each of these rings is a different energy level or orbit where the electron can travel. Now, the electron would be going round and round and round and round and round, but it's kind of hard for me to keep doing that, so we're going to let it sit still while I'm talking. All right, so incoming energy. Pew! Pew! Now, maybe that energy will be just right, and it will hit the electron, pew, and the electron will go bloop and jump up to a higher orbit. And now it keeps on moving. but I don't think it's stable there. So then the electron can jump back, and when it does that, it's going to give off some energy. So when that electron moves back to here, pew, it gives off some energy. Wow, that's fascinating, Mr. Bohr. Can you draw it again and help me understand it even better? Why, I'd be happy to. So first of all, instead of drawing big round atoms like this, we're going to make our drawing a little bit simpler, and we're just going to make lines. So it's pretty much the same thing. So this first ring here, that's this first line here. The second ring here, that's the second line. This third ring is this third line, and I went ahead and added a fourth line. So in the circular atom, as you go to bigger rings or orbits, you go to higher energy. That means on this diagram, as you go up, you're going to higher energy. So the only way an electron can get from here, ground state, to here, the first excited state, is if it absorbs this much energy from there to there, that much energy. Then the electron can make that jump. So let's watch this happen. We're going to take this energy right here and zap that atom with it. Zap. And that electron is going to absorb that energy. And with that energy, the electron can go doink and jump up there. So now, when the electron relaxes and goes back down to ground state, pew, that energy gets given off, and we get to see it with our spectroscope. Now let's watch what happens if we get the electron to absorb a bigger amount of energy. Incoming! Now the electron can go up to a higher level. Again, it's not stable there, so it's going to fall back down to ground state. And when it does that, it's going to give off that energy. So, in order for the electron to jump up, it has to absorb energy. It absorbs energy, it can go there, or it can go there, or it can go there. But it can't land in between levels. Not allowed. And if the electron is going to go down to a lower energy level, it has to give off energy. And it can go just to there, or to there, or to there, or it can do two in a row. It can go there, then there, then there. I guess that's 3 in a row. So you see, the electron, when it moves, gives off specific amounts of energy. So when the electron makes a big jump, like this one, that corresponds to a big amount of energy given off, like purple light. When it makes a medium jump, like this one, that corresponds to green light given off, so we get a green line. And a small jump is just a small amount of energy, and that is going to give us red light. So the energy that the electron releases is what we see in the emission spectrum. But Mr. Bohr, I have a question. What is it? How come there isn't any yellow light? I like yellow. Well, that's pretty easy to answer. In order for there to be yellow light, there would have to be the right kind of amount of energy, like somewhere between red and green. In order for there to be yellow light, the electron would have to make a jump that looks like this much. But it can't do that because the electron has to go on a specific level. It can't go to any place it wants. It's got to be either there, or there, or there. It can't be in between. I think I get it, Mr. Bohr. Let me see if I can explain it. I'm going to jump in this atom and be an electron. So right here, standing on this bottom line, I'm in the ground state. That's the lowest energy level. In order for me to jump, I need enough energy to get there. So I'm going to get some energy. Someone give me energy, give me energy. Whee! I made it. So I can stand on that line, or that line, or that line. But I'm not allowed to go like that because I can't fly. I can only jump. That's very good. Continue. So I'm going to get some energy and jump up. Energy! And I got up here. Now, I don't like it up here. It's scary. I want to go back down to the ground. So I'm going to give off energy to allow myself to go down. Giving off a little energy. Bloop. Giving off a lot of energy. Whee! Oopsie, not that way. Try again. Whee! Is that right, Mr. Bohr? Why, yes, it is. You did a very good job. Hey, thanks. I don't care what anyone says. You're not boring at all. In fact, I found this quite exciting. Thank you.